Hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And hello, people. Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Friday, the last day of the standard working week. Yes, it's that day again. The end of the week has rolled around and we're ready. Well, we're almost ready to get the weekend started, aren't we? Yes, well, I know that I am, and I'm pretty sure that the crew are too. And what about you lot? You lot out there, sitting down on a comfortable sofa or a comfy chair somewhere in Hungarian TV land. I know that you're all ready for the weekend, but as you all know, there are a couple of things that we have to get out of the way before we can start the weekend. And the first thing that we have to get out of the way is, you know, don't you? Yes, sir. Yes, madam. The first thing we have to do is to check on the animals. Ah, the animals. Gusti, Margot, and that fabulously hairy friend to everyone, Nigel. Nigel, the phenomenally noisy guinea pig. Margot, the incredibly lazy cat. And Gusti, the dog with far too much energy. Now, who remembers what the situation is with the animals? Yes, that's right. In the past, I used to tell the animals what to do, didn't I? I used to use the imperative in English, the bare infinitive, the infinitive without to tell them what they had to do and what they weren't allowed to do. Gusti always has to calm down and not dance about like a mad chicken. Margot always has to make sure that she's not, that is, not blocking the TV screen. And Nigel, well, because Nigel is always so noisy, squeaking, grunting and snorting, Nigel has to be quiet for the duration of the lesson. For as long as we're doing the show, Nigel has to keep his mouth shut, his lip buttoned. But what happened after that? After I told them repeatedly what we needed them to do. That's right. I told them so many times that the information was drilled into their heads. It became a sort of reflex, just like a fire drill at school. You were taught what to do when the fire bell rang, and you weren't taught once, but you were taught again, and again, and again, and again, and again. You were taught so many times because the teachers wanted this to be drilled into you. They wanted this to become second nature, something that you would do immediately without thinking. They drilled you so that it became a reflex. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted a reflex. I'm not sure that that's the reflex they were thinking of. A reflex is a reaction which you don't think about. Do you remember when you went to the doctor when you were young? Well, one of the things that the doctor did was test your reflexes. Now, when the doctor tested your reflexes, he or she was testing your physical reflexes to make sure that your body was working correctly. To test the reflexes in your legs, for example, the doctor tells you to sit with your legs crossed, one leg crossed over the other, like this. Now, after you crossed one leg over the other, the doctor would take a small rubber mallet and hit your leg just below the knee. And I bet you all know what a mallet is, don't you? Yes, that's right. A mallet is a sort of hammer. Most hammers are very hard, made of very tough, strong metal, like steel. But a mallet is different. The head of a mallet is normally made of wood or plastic or rubber. And when you hit something with a mallet, you don't normally damage the thing you hit. Some mallets are used to make music, like this one. A percussionist uses a mallet like this one to hit an instrument and make some music. Some mallets are useful when you're trying to put up a tent. You can use this mallet to hit the tent peg so that the tent peg is driven into the ground. Because the mallet has got a rubber head, it won't damage the tent peg. Now, the mallet that the doctor uses to test your reflexes has also got a rubber head. The doctor doesn't test your reflexes with something like this. That would be too painful. No, the doctor uses a mallet like this one. And the doctor uses the mallet to hit just below your knee, like this. And if everything's okay, then your leg jerks. It jumps a little bit. And it does this without you thinking about it. You don't have to think, I want to make my leg jump a little bit. In the case of a reflex, you don't think about it. You don't send a message from your brain to your leg. It just happens naturally, automatically, without thinking. And in the same way, when something is drilled into your head, when you're told over and over and over and over again, when the teachers drill you in what to do when the fire bell rings, all of these things become reflexes. They become second nature to you. They become things that happen automatically without the need for you to think about them. All right, so that's what happened to the animals. I drilled them so many times that they learned what they had to do when it was English lesson time. And eventually, they didn't have to be told. They knew what to do. They'd learned it, and their behavior had become a reflex. And that's when we handed over the animals into the care of Ivan Pavlov, the famous classical psychologist. And Ivan and his team, Yuri and the others, continued to teach the animals and learn from them too. Now, where's Ivan now? Yes, that's correct. This week, as we heard from Yuri, Ivan is on holiday in Siberia. Look, he sent us a postcard, a special talking postcard.
Dear Jeff, I am having a wonderful time here in Siberia. So far there have been no problems. Well, apart from the fact that my tent fell into a big hole earlier this week. I'll be back later this week. Send my love to the animals. I miss them. See you on Monday, Ivan.
Oh, well, that's good news, isn't it? Well, mostly good news. I mean, losing your tent in a big hole in Siberia isn't good news. But hopefully Ivan had a spare tent with him. All right, so we heard that Ivan misses the animals, and we know that the animals missed him at the start of the week, when Ivan's replacement, John B. Watson, stood in for him while he was on holiday. Now, John B. and the animals got off on the wrong foot, didn't they? I don't think you've heard that phrase, have you? To get off on the wrong foot means that you made a bad start. Imagine you went to work at a new job, and on your first day you crashed your car into the boss's car. Then you broke the coffee machine. Then you forgot to unplug the photocopier and it blew up. After a day like that, you could say, I got off on the wrong foot at my new job. So when John B. first met the animals, there was a bit of tension, wasn't there? John B.'s attitude was, well, it wasn't a very positive attitude. It wasn't very respectful, was it? He called the animals names. He wasn't interested in being a good friend to the animals. But, thankfully, all of that changed. John B. got to know the animals, and now they're getting along like a house on fire. You're great friends now, aren't you, John B.?
Well, Gav, what you said is true. The animals and I are extremely good friends. I'm going to buy them all some toys when my work here is done.
Good. Well, that's good to hear. That means that next time the next time when Ivan takes a holiday, we'll be able to ask John B to come back and babysit the animals. Great! All right, so we know it's Friday. We know what a reflex is. We know how Ivan's holiday is going. We know that John B and the animals have developed a close relationship. But we still need to check out what's going on with the Benchfields, don't we? Yes, that's right. It's time to see what the Benchfields are up to. Benchfields, here we come. Right. Now, the last time we saw the Benchfields, we were talking about the fact that Lizzie is suspicious of Eddie Finn because she thinks he's suspicious. Lizzie and Tim were looking for the rest of the family, and Alfredo was looking for Tim and Lizzie. Alfredo left John and Doreen in the fruit and veg section of the supermarket while he went off to try and find the other kids. Where on earth can they be? Lizzie! Tim! Lizzie! Tim! They've been gone for ages now. Oh, hang on. I'm in the cheese section, aren't I? Oh, well, I suppose I'd better get some cheese. Doreen and John are still in the fruit and veg section, and God only knows where Tim and Lizzie are. I'd better get the cheese myself. Okay, so let's get some of this. What's this? Oh, Edam. I like Edam. And let's get some cheddar and some, well, some soft cheese too, probably. I'll get some camembert. Oh, and Mary likes brie. I'd better get some brie too. Ah, and what about the pasta? We'll need some pecorino for the pasta. Now, where's the pecorino? Oh, I can't see it. Oh, hang on. There's a shop assistant. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can I help you, sir? Yes, I'm looking for the pecorino. Well, I can't help you with that, sir. I don't work in this section. I'm just coming back from my break. I'm walking through the cheese section to get to the wines and spirits section. That's where I work. God, give me strength. Well, where's the cheese person? There must be someone here who can help me. I don't know. If you want to wait here, I can try and find someone to help you. Yes, thanks. That's a good idea. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Here I am, sir. And did you bring someone from the cheese section to help me? No. Sorry. I looked, but I didn't find anyone. Oh, for the love of God! What sort of a supermarket is this? I brought you a basket, though. A basket? A basket? Why did you bring me a basket? I wanted pecorino, not a basket. Well, I thought you need a basket. You can't see where you're going with your arms full of all of that cheese. Listen to me, young man. I am perfectly in control of the situation. Look out! Clean up on aisle 13. Well, blimey, that didn't work out very well for Alfredo, did it? He was too impatient to wait for John and Doreen, and so he started to collect some shopping on his own, in his arms. Now, normally this isn't a problem, is it? But what did Alfredo do wrong? Yes, that's right. He tried to carry too much. His arms were full of cheese. The cheese was piled up so high that he couldn't see. And then he fell into the cheese display. Poor Alfredo. Now he's got to get out of the cheese display, and the shop assistant will have to clean the cheese aisle. Oh well, never mind. Let's hope that Alfredo manages to find the rest of the family and finish the shopping. As for us, well, it's time for us to leave you for the weekend. Yes, it's time for everyone to jump into the shower, wash and scrub, and then jump out when we don't smell like a dinosaur's armpit. So, hit the shower and then have a great night and a fantastic weekend. Have as much fun as you can handle. And remember, if you're going shopping, get a trolley, get a basket, and don't try to carry too much cheese. All right, people. Have fun, and remember to enjoy yourselves. See you on Monday, and, you know, www.m5tv.hu. See you later. Bye.